Episode 78. Trifecta. RP strength. Yeah.
Here we are.
We're talking burr grinders.
Whatever
Consumer
a burr grinder
Reports.
is.
What is it called?
Burr grinders.
A burr grinder?
Burr grinder? Do you use the RP Strength app? A couple people have mentioned it to me lately. What does it do?
It's pretty close to like MyFitnessPal and stuff like that. You put in your template and basically gives you what you need to eat throughout the day, and you put that stuff in there. So yeah, I haven't been using it as much lately. It's about time to start getting back into being a little bit more strict on my diet. Like I know kind of what my template is, and I get close to that stuff. But now that training's about to start again, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you hear what happened?
Around Christmas-ish.
What happened?
This is like only to dudes for sure, because Rich goes to Australia and comes back. Oh, what, like 12 pounds lighter?
Not 12 pounds
Who
lighter.
goes on a
I was
trip?
like sick. I mean,
You were like 180 pounds. Oh my gosh,
So
your
I was
life
like
is so
6
hard.
pounds lighter.
Oh, I went on a trip.
the
and
gravitational pull on the southern hemisphere is less.
Right.
So.
Now,
The UVA,
where do you
UVB
like to be?
lights?
Like, weight-wise?
I'm usually around 195-ish.
Yeah.
195 to, I'll get, depending on games time, I'll creep up to like 197, 98. Something.
Yeah.
But I'm almost always within 97 to 94 range, no matter how much I eat, no matter how much we train.
Right.
It's usually, actually, the less I train, I drop weight. Muscle obviously falls off
Right.
a little bit. But
Can you get over 200 if you wanted to? I mean,
I think in 12 or 13, I was like 203, 204, something like that.
Is that the heaviest you've been in your life? What's the
probably-
heaviest you've been in your life?
That's probably it. I was strong back then.
right.
We don't have any, like, they're like, no.
I didn't run whatsoever. Barely did any cardio. And
Elly, have you ever been close to 200? I'm just kidding. Sorry.
What?
I'm just kidding.
I was going to say if there are any chubby rich pictures out there, but
joke.
yeah, I was a fat kid.
what?
when
No,
I was-
you weren't.
I had like that weird growth, like you're like storing fat for the winter growth spurt type thing.
Yeah.
Can we like insert that picture here?
Didn't you say you like got sick and then you weren't anymore?
Yeah. And so what was that? It was like probably I was super active, but probably 6th, 7th grade, something like that. I started to just in the face a little bit, not like super, but I was just thick. And then in 8th grade, I got sick, had like strep throat and the flu back to back or something like that, and lost a bunch of weight. And then the high school football team had this program where after school they'd bus you over and do workouts after school. And so I started doing that and kept it all off. And that's kind of when my fitness journey began after that.
When were your awkward years?
All
Still
of
going
them?
through them? Yeah. Nice. Well done.
Did you say all of them?
Yeah. Oh, I meant for like me.
No.
Do you ever look back at your pictures though and you're like,
confused.
High five
Sorry.
going. I thought you were
You
making
took
fun
it
of
away?
Elly.
Oh, I was like, what? What did I miss?
do you ever look back at your pictures and like, gosh, that was
Oh man,
super dorky.
third
Right.
grade
Yeah.
you could roll me. I had one like that was my chubby year. Like
roll
I was
me.
committed to sports, but like I don't know why. Like I was like still like baby fat, but it was
Yeah.
like I don't know. I was still like doing track and stuff. I just look back at those pictures and I look so jolly.
Did you know anything about nutrition back then? Because I think of like when I was in volleyball and I would eat like, I don't know, right after practice I'd go get like a cookie and like a
Cookie.
sugary.
Cook. My parents took me
coffee
to
drink.
Hot 'n Now after
Like,
Hot 'n
What is what's that, Elly?
I want it hot and I want it now.
Oh, hot now.
Like fast food, basically.
Yes.
Oh.
And so, I mean, you had a cookie. My parents, like, it was like 2 dinners, like after sports or whatever. They'd take me through the drive-thru at Hot 'n Now. But then that's when my dad was pushing, like, he had to have been 3 bills at that point. He was a big man.
Were you with your kids? Were you like no Cokes? No, we called them pop. No pop.
Yeah,
but you could have Kool-Aid,
I know it's crazy.
Right?
Totally
That's like
did
When
the
I was
same
a
amount of
kid,
sugar.
my mom's like,
Yeah.
nope, no pops, no pops, no
Yeah.
pops.
Yep.
I mean, I guess the caffeine part of it.
Yeah.
But still, no pops. But you can have
Straight
Kool-Aid.
up.
Which
I'm
is
like,
straight
now
sugar.
I'm like, this is the same thing,
Yeah.
other than the
Yeah.
caffeine. I guess the caffeine.
Have you
makes
actually ever seen, I think it was like at Tech when we were going to the pool, they had that, and they have them sometimes, like those boards where it shows how much sugar is
Oh,
in
yeah.
that.
Oh,
it's
and like
disgusting, yeah.
soda and
sense. I think it's delicious.
Kool-Aid. They were like, it's like this much.
My parents would let us have like this flavored water that was like artificially sweetened, and so I don't know if that was any better or not. But they're like, you can have that, but we never had any like
We had
pop or
Kool-Aid.
soda.
And then when I got old enough to make Kool-Aid, just pour the sugar to it.
Just like double the sugar.
I still remember the sound, like the thing the stick makes when
Do you remember?
Like with the sugar on the bottom.
yeah.
Remember Vacation where she's stirring it with her hand?
Oh, I don't remember that.
You don't remember that
no.
in Vacation?
I need to watch that
man.
again.
Yeah, the old Vacation.
We used to have that too in college because the trainers made the Gatorade obviously themselves, so they had the big things, and it was always kind of weird because when it just got low, they would like mix in a new color, so it was never like orange or green or purple. It was always like a Grurple,
a hybrid,
like
Grurple?
like a
Grurple?
I don't know what, but it was so sweet and fabulous because it's so much more sugary when you make it from the bag. Oh,
That's awesome. I think I got my girls had like something. I think it was Capri Sun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Capri
they
Suns
make
are
organic
delicious.
Capri Suns now.
Yeah, and I thought that was a better choice. I have no idea, honestly. If that
I had those in Lunchables,
it's probably bad.
Lunchables.
which I had all the time as a kid.
Or Go-Gurt.
Go-Gurt.
Yes.
We still have Go-Gurts
We
for the
have
kids. It's
Go-Gurts.
straight sugar, but
right.
they love
Go-Gurt
them.
is?
Yeah, Go-Gurt. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I didn't know that.
This is terrifying. Recalls that made a difference for consumers.
Oh no.
It's going through the ages. Firestone tires 2000. I remember that one. Remember
Okay.
on the Explorers where they'd flip over.
Oh yeah.
Vioxx. I don't remember that one. It's a pain drug after linked to heart attacks and strokes. Simplicity cribs that had like the drop down side rails. Apparently it wasn't good for infants.
Yeah.
Takata airbags. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Where the like piece would come out and like go through.
I feel like that was in Forerunners too.
Peanut Corp. Yeah, I think so. I don't remember this one. 100 companies recalled thousands of products with salmonella. Yeah, it's always happening.
Yeah, salmonella just kind of floats around.
GM Ignitions.
What happened there?
In
I don't remember any of
2014,
these.
recalled 2.6 cars due to ignition switches that shut down engines while driving.
Oh, good.
IKEA dressers recall that were unstable when not anchored to walls. And then the Fisher Price infant sleepers that would suffocate kids.
Does anyone ever anchor a dresser to a wall?
Never.
No.
No.
Yeah,
I'm
who
like,
does that? Like,
No.
like, what if you want to move
Right.
it then?
I mean, I don't even know like how that works.
How horrible would that be to be the engineer who designed something like that all
Oh
the way
my
through? It's
gosh.
being sold to,
And then
and then
kill
no, you
people.
got to bring it back.
Yeah, not good.
That would really make me sad.
We had to take Kristen's car in and have the airbag replaced.
Really?
It could explode
Was
and
it one of
injure
those
somebody.
Takatas or whatever?
This is like a month ago.
Airbags
In the
are
Honda.
pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I had to have mine redone in my
I
Honda.
assembled airbags for, what was it?
Well, that's what your
6
dad
to 8
did, right?
months? No, well, my dad worked on the machines that assembled airbags.
Oh.
So Dad's a
so he
maintenance
got you a job.
supervisor. Yeah. Yeah, when I went to play baseball and then decided college baseball wasn't my thing and I came home, Dad's like, all right, you're going to get a job.
Was that your first job?
It was my first like real job. Like I
Yeah.
had some other ones before that where I
You did
worked.
houseboats and
That was after. That was when I was a firefighter. No, I worked for a grade A catering.
Okay.
We used to drive the trucks back and forth from events.
They still
And
make great food here in town.
Great food.
Yeah.
And when we would drive back, we'd get all the leftovers, and so me and my buddy would just
Oh, that's
house all
a
that
dream.
food. Yeah. It was in high school. It was so great. But yeah, making airbags was it was not fun.
what's something people don't know about that process?
Well, they saved your life in the Toyota.
Yeah, I can tell you what airbags look like.
Okay.
I mean, in those things, they have this small reactor that basically is a bomb. It sets off the whole deal.
And
That
that's why it
shoots it out of
explodes
there?
out.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's kind of crazy.
Well, back in the day, I feel like people, like I remember a friend got in a really bad accident and like her face was all black and blue and bleeding and stuff. But like, mind you, I also wasn't flying towards the front of my vehicle per
Right.
se, hitting a deer.
I love how you say vehicle.
H.
Vehicle.
Strong H.
Vehicle. What do people usually say?
Vehicle? How do you say it?
I think vehicle.
Vehicle.
There's a picture in here. It says like things that they screwed up. It's supposed to say assorted fudge.
Oh,
And they put
no.
a period after the ass, so it
Yeah.
says ass fudge.
Ass fudge.
I was
Oh.
watching. Yeah.
That's good.
That is good. I'm trying to find a picture of my
Yeah, I
airbag
mean,
deployment.
The reason we moved down here, Dad would probably kill me for this, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
I was going to see if you were going to tell that story or not.
It wasn't his fault. Like he was working on this machine, and this machine back when we lived in Michigan, so we moved to Tennessee. This machine that made the actual airbag reactors
Okay.
used to pack sodium azide, which is extremely flammable and explosive, into these reactors that would then, when you'd get in a crash, they would inflate the airbag.
Right.
And so Dad's working on this machine. It was on the lunch break in Michigan, and He's working on the machine, and something happened. He said he just was tightening a screw, and the heat from the screw caught that sodium azide.
Oh, wow.
Reminds me of
just the
Chernobyl
heat
for some
caught
reason.
it on fire. Well, something happened where they were like ducts over this machine that would suck up excess dust and put it in this room. And something happened where the room wasn't cleaned out that week or whatever it was.
Right.
And so Dad said he saw the heat and just took off, grabbed as many people as he could, and the plant basically exploded. So, yeah, wasn't his fault. It was just one of those deals, and so that's when we moved down here. He didn't get fired. Well, got promoted, and we moved down here. So
and so the rest was history.
Yep. So one of those deals.
You hit a deer, right?
Yeah,
Maybe
I'm trying to find it.
a month ago, 2 months ago. What's it been?
Oh my gosh, no! It was right before Rogue, the weekend before Rogue.
Okay.
It was like the fair. Oh man, that was the beginning of the year for me.
I've never been where airbags deployed. though.
Here it is.
I've seen it afterwards multiple
I've
times.
had a car totaled before.
And you were in it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
That's the
there it
front
is.
of it.
Wow, that thing was crunched. Your Toyota.
I don't think I ever saw that.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's the airbag, the curtain.
Man, luckily you're in.
That's a lot of airbag. They were everywhere.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. So it was like side curtains, but none of it was like the sound again. Like here, Rich, you didn't believe me.
I still don't believe that you hit a deer. I think you were texting.
That is not true. There's deer. There was deer fur on my whatever.
Deer fur. Whatever.
Deer fur. My hood.
What's deer fur?
I had deer fur on there. Did you get
those
the bumper.
deer whistles, Elly?
Holy smokes.
Oh no, not yet. I need to order
that was
those.
the front bumper?
Yeah.
That was legit.
That's what happens when you hit a center median while texting.
That was in the left lane, you turd.
Exactly, the center median.
No, there was no median.
Who were you texting, Elly?
I wasn't texting.
That's
Don't
what happens
tell
when you
the
hit
story.
those. Yeah.
I made eye contact with the deer, and mind you, today.
Wait, slow down. What?
I did.
You made
stared
eye
me in the
contact with
eyeballs,
the
and
deer.
its body was facing towards
There
the
was a
left lane.
deer in the middle of
And it
the
was
road,
looking
in
at
the
me.
middle of I-40.
It was, and there were
During
no
rush hour
and
traffic.
There were no other cars
Right.
around, and no one saw me hit it. No one stopped.
Exactly.
Not one person. God bless firefighters. A firefighter on the other side of the road who wasn't on duty pulls over because he could see the airbags in my car. Going the other way, going 70 miles an hour the other direction. And the first thing he does is bring me a gallon of water.
What?
And he goes,
Are you thirsty?
he's like, ma'am.
look thirsty.
He goes, are you in shock? And he's like, you need to hydrate right now. And I was like,
Really?
I'll do whatever you tell me to do.
Did you chug the gallon of water?
So what did
It was heavy.
right after it happened and you realized you were alive? What did you do? What's the first thing you did? Did you call somebody? Did you get out?
I did. No, I texted the group. I texted
Oh,
the
that's
group.
right.
Yeah, group me because I forgot about
That's
that.
right.
help.
That's right. That's right.
But the thing is in my experience from like when I flipped my car before and when I broke my arm, got hit by a car on my bike, it never hurts right away because you have so much adrenaline.
Right.
And my ears were ringing and like things hurt, but I wasn't sure what was hurting and what was happening. And also I was like in a cocoon. So I was like, well, so.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, I texted the group and the rest was history.
I do remember that now.
Yeah. And
then there was the saga of going from the Toyota to the new BMW and the process of
I
getting
thought you were
going to
say
vehicle.
of getting home. I had the Russian state trooper. She was fabulous.
What?
I didn't tell you this.
Did you say a Russian state trooper? But this is... Wait,
It's Middle Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So she'd moved. She's the first. What did she tell me? The first in her family to something. But anyway, it was awesome. It was a great story.
you trying to quit smoking?
No, what? Why?
Let me get the patch on your arm there.
I was like, I don't know. My Stamina Pro patch this
Your
really
Stamina
works,
Pro patch.
by the way.
I don't know.
My shoulder feels like $1 million.
It's the first thing I thought of when I looked over there, like one of those nicotine patches. Like, that's a big nicotine
That's a
patch.
really-
Jeez.
Cigarette down.
Man. Have you guys ever...
Trying to get off the jewel.
I was going to say, have you ever had to quit something or give up like something hard for Lent or something like that?
Yeah.
Like where it was like painful in the quitting process?
Oh.
No, but I guess it doesn't have to be painful.
No.
When I was in club volleyball, they made you like give up like certain foods that were like your favorite, and you couldn't have them for like the whole season. Mm-hmm. So I gave up like chocolate and
What about your
all this
hippie
other-
retreat where you had to give up talking and working out?
That was very painful, actually.
On a scale of 1 to
Is that
100.
politically incorrect calling it a
Highly
hippie
painful.
retreat?
What you said about going back to the cafeteria and looking for something to read was profound, though.
Oh, yeah. I was dying for like anything. There were like these little signs everywhere, like, please put your shoes off to the side so people don't trip over them. And because you had to take your shoes off when you went in anywhere.
Yeah.
And there was, Rich will love this. You can't kill anything while you're there. So you have like there's like a little cup sitting there and a piece of paper and says, this is a bug relocator system. Please.
What? Okay.
Yeah. So when there's a bug, you put the cup over top of it. You don't kill it. And then slide the paper underneath and then take it outside.
Even if it's like a fly?
There's like these little signs everywhere.
What happens when you slide it under there? And it breaks its legs, and now you've crippled said bug for the rest of its life. So now it suffers because it can't eat or drink, and it dies.
That's awful.
All it can do is
And
lay
it's
there
your
and meditate.
fault. How you feel about that?
All you did was just maim it.
But then in the kitchen or in the dining room area, like when I'm sitting like and eating, I always like grab something to read or like whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like dying for something to read, and I thought the tea things might like packaging might have something, but they even chose like to not have tea bags in like the little like things that you tear open. It was just like it on its own in a Tupperware thing, and if it did say anything, it just said like the name brand, and that was it. And I was like, so you're just sitting there like watching people eat but not making eye contact.
Well, so
It's super weird.
my question is, if you're that engulfed in your own thoughts for that period of time, like, did you have repetitive thoughts about the same thing, or like, how did you keep your I know you're there on a meditation retreat, not supposed to be thinking about anything, but like,
How do you not think about
that's
anything?
what I'm wondering.
No,
like,
it's
did
not-
you have a like?
Oh, spam risk. Interesting.
Ooh, spam.
Oh dear.
No, you're not supposed to not think about anything. Like that's, I mean, you're going to think about all kinds of things. That's
Did
the
you
point.
find your thoughts repetitive when you got to that? Like, I'm just like, when you get to this place of like, you've basically detoxed from everything in your life and you're stuck with your own thoughts, did you find yourself in repetitive thought, or did you think everything was pretty dynamic at that point?
I think it's a little bit of both. Like, I don't know. There's a little bit of everything. Like, it's
Did you
just
panic at all, ever?
It did get a little bit like anxiety ridden on day like 3 when you're like, I'm not even halfway, you know? And I'm like, okay, well, at least I know. Actually, the first few days were the worst. Like when you had free time, cause you're like, you only had like an hour of free time, but you're like, what do I do with my free time? Cause I can't read, I can't work out, I can't listen to music. Like, so I would literally like sit on the ground and like look up at the clouds and be like, wow, that's a cool looking cloud. Wow, look at the leaves falling from the tree. And then like one time I just like was messing with leaves and making a design, like just random stuff where once you finally figured out that like, oh, I'm just going to power walk this whole time.
And then you got in trouble.
Did you get in trouble?
Yeah, from like
It was being
moving
distracting.
too much, and you're not supposed to cause any distraction or cause anyone to pay attention to you.
Wow.
Didn't you say though
They
that
were
like
super
there's
nice about
one
it.
physically hard, like that you were kind of not panicky, but like one day you had to sit for like you said it kind of got a little painful, like
Oh, well, yeah.
You said you had to sit for an hour, right? And you could not move whatsoever?
Yeah, so the first few days it's just focusing on breathing, and then after that there's 3 separate hours a day of the 10 hours of meditating that are called what's it called? I forget what it's called, but basically you can't move, or like you can, but you're not. The goal is to not move, not scratch an itch. If your like leg hurts, you don't move it. So it gets to be really painful because you've already been sitting in a position for 10 hours a day for however long. So like your knees really achy, or your hip or whatever. And so it just teaches you to be equanimous. And
Did anybody just bail? And you'd be like, nah, I'm not doing this. And they just left.
I think 3 or 4 girls quit, and then 2 of the guys. But the girls and guys are separated all the time.
Okay.
But yeah, people for sure quit. They say they can't do it.
Isn't it nuts? Challenge yourself to go do nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Just don't do anything, and people can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
I don't know, man.
I
That'd be
Lose my
hard.
friggin' mind.
Yeah,
That's
there are
really
very
amazing.
few things where I'm like, I don't think I could do it, and that is one of them where I literally
Like people even got
Blows
over
my
halfway
mind.
and then quit.
I almost lose my mind in this hour that we sit here and talk.
Same.
you guys would love this new activity that's catching on.
Probably not.
Oh, what
Oh
is
New
it?
yeah,
activity.
I think we should do it later. Maybe this should be the afternoon session.
Definitely
is this
sounds
what we
like I'm
talked
not gonna
about?
like it. Go ahead.
I don't think so. I don't know. Remind me.
right.
It's called plogging. It's
Don't like it
jogging
already.
and picking up trash,
Ugh.
Oh,
like plastic. Plogging.
Elly,
Maybe
we
we
could totally go do that.
Let's go plog
You
this
guys go
afternoon.
ahead. I'll just go in front of you
Why?
and
Throw
Why
a
is
litter.
it? Wait, why is it
and
plogging
log.
though?
I like how they handle that in
Because it's
Tennessee.
I'll
plastic.
litter
Picking
and
up
jog.
plastic?
Did you hear him?
No, what did he say?
I'm just gonna log. I'm gonna litter. No, would it be? Yeah. Jog.
Litter and
I'm
jog.
gonna litter and jog, and you guys can plog
We'll be
behind me.
plogging behind you.
Yep, go for it.
Why is it called plogging though?
Oh, that's what I was trying to read. It's a combination of jogging
Picking up trash.
and pluck up, which is
what?
which is Swedish for
up.
pickup.
Oh
To all the Swedish out there, pluck up.
no.
If you get tossed in jail in Tennessee, that's what you do.
Oh my gosh, that's one of the, that's interesting
You
to
go
see.
pick up trash.
That's called community service, guys.
So here you don't
This
have,
has a hip new name. It's not the same thing,
And
right?
you don't
Apparently, you just run, jogging
and
or
you don't have
yogging.
to wear orange if you're. Although in this
Striped
picture, this
suits.
girl is.
We
Yeah, I'm
have
out.
we have
Although
people.
This guy's wearing a shirt that says Har Maiden Fate.
So this isn't in America.
I don't know what
I'm
that
sure
means.
you just said something that
That's in
offended somebody.
Ploggers of
I'm
India.
just gonna go around and take plastic straws and drop them on
No.
the ground, and those things that like Gatorades come in.
No!
That
I cut those
the,
every
like,
day.
six-pack
yeah, I'm just gonna go trash them. Throw them in the ocean.
You
is
want
what
to
I'm
see
gonna
turtle
do.
videos? I'll
Yeah.
show you some.
I do.
Your heart will hurt.
How did it go? We were at a coffee shop the other day and
I hate paper straws.
They disintegrate. I will
I
agree.
hate
Tasha was
Hey,
cracking me up.
in
sending me
Australia,
stuff about,
all they
yeah.
have is paper straws.
I've never seen one.
And a
It's
poor
the
straw.
worst.
Does it work?
It's
No.
like, there's like
Can't
paper coming
work.
apart in your
It gets
mouth.
soggy,
like,
right?
It gets soggy. It's awful.
Yeah. Well, that's why.
What's-
I don't have my shaker here. That's why
Why
I
don't
use
they
the
just make
silicone
it
one.
out of like something that is biodegradable, like like corn or something? Why don't they do
yeah.
that?
Why can't they just recycle
Because
plastic
they make
straws?
like plastic cups like that.
I
so-
hate paper straws.
We could just always drink out of what are those treats? They're like sugary that it's like chocolate.
I'd
and
rather
it's like
kill
a straw.
every
Oh,
turtle.
yeah.
Yes.
Purina.
I'd rather
Yes.
kill every turtle on the planet than
you
drink out of a
wouldn't.
paper straw. Just kidding. Everybody's
it's
gonna freak out.
Joke.
It's a joke. Calm down.
It's unfortunate that the
turtles.
alternative is like that. I mean, because it
What?
doesn't
Kill
make
every turtle?
Well, yeah, that too. But like paper straws, because you're like, I don't know, I don't want to use it.
Yeah.
It's such an inconvenience to me.
I don't
hate it.
really ever use straws, so
I love straw. I
don't
do it
either.
for my
Coffee.
teeth.
yeah.
No,
don't-
I guess I don't ever use straws really.
Really?
Either. But when I do have a paper straw, it pisses me off.
Yeah. Okay.
Rich, your teeth are going to turn brown if you drink coffee every day and you don't
No,
like.
don't care.
Ellie, that's
Okay.
what I do too. Mine are probably brown.
They're not.
I don't care.
I mean, when you drink
But
coffee,
I'm
do you
saving
like,
turtles.
That's true.
Screw the turtles.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. And I'm happy to use I use my silicone straw for everything, which probably isn't good for high heat environments, but it's okay. I
had to-
drink tea out of it too, and it
You got to
burns
sacrifice
my
your body for the turtles, you know?
esophagus.
had to swerve
If it's
around
me
a
or the
turtle.
turtles are going.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I had to
so
swerve
serious.
around a turtle coming up the mountain the other day.
Should have ran it
I love
over.
that
Piper
Sarge is
Mountain.
always saving.
Oh my
He's
gosh,
always
that's
posting
my
turtle
favorite.
videos.
Yes,
It makes me
and
so
snakes.
happy. Oh, the snake. Yeah, I can do without that.
Yeah.
The
What?
snake.
You want to save turtles but not snakes?
No, it's not that. It's
Why is the
No,
snake's life of any less value than the turtle?
It's
Yeah.
not, but I would just clap in the street and holler at it, and it'll move away.
Well, that's what
Right.
Sarge did.
Like-
He just like made it scurry off the road.
Oh, I guess it's
A
true.
turtle or a
Oh,
snake?
A snake.
She had a great question the other day. Where do turtles go in the winter? Not turtles.
Where, snakes. How come we don't see? Like, do they like
Snakes.
burrow
yeah,
under?
I think pretty sure they burrow. Like they're in like a
Are they in a hole?
snake den.
They do make holes.
Pretty
So
sure.
You're right. There's a hole. Snake
I just
hole.
didn't
Maybe
know,
not
'cause
all
you
of
don't
them.
see 'em as
I'm sure
often.
somebody's going to come on here and tell us exactly.
Good. I would
How it
love.
works.
What do you call someone who studies animals?
Zoologist?
We had this conversation. It was.
Anthropologist?
That's.
That's bugs, right?
Is it?
No.
Or-
I thought that was the like.
I don't
you're
know.
the
I
We
thought
should Google
anthropology
that.
was
No,
like
you gotta be the fact
over
checker.
time, like
Oh, yeah.
evolution or
Culture.
Let's find out.
Evolution of culture.
See anything else interesting in there? Is
Sociologist? No,
No,
nothing at
that's-
all. Actually, this is a pretty miserable one.
that Consumer Reports?
It is.
You're
That's
talking
not good. There's no. That's really good about
Don't
this. The supplements keep going.
No.
Yeah, about
it's right
is
here.
turmeric good for
Yeah,
you? And
turmeric.
beetroot and
How do you say?
chamomile.
How does everybody say that word? Because
I
never
used to
know how
say
to
turmeric, but there's an
Turmeric.
R. Turmeric.
I say turmeric. I don't think
Oh,
that's right.
I've always
but-
said turmeric.
I know, me too, but there's an R before there. Turmeric.
Oh.
Right?
turmeric.
Hey, say that again. That sounds funny.
Yeah.
Turmeric.
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 I mean,
Sounds like a mistake.
I think
an
you're
extra-
right. How did you say it?
I don't know. I said turmeric.
turmeric.
I don't think that's
Turmeric?
right.
I don't. Whatever. I don't care.
Well,
there's an
Fred,
R
I
there.
mean,
though.
I say
You
I'm
can't
just
just
Everyone
say,
says it so
you can't just say
differently.
turmeric because there is an R there.
Oh,
Right.
no.
But sometimes you say it
How's
and then
it
someone
spelled?
like
How's it
corrects you.
TUR. Let's see what the.
Yeah, anthropologist
Phonetics.
is a study of humans
see
with
if we
past
can
and
get
present
someone-
societies.
Okay.
So that's not what we're looking for.
We're looking for
Studies what? I'm already...
bugs.
Bugs. We've looked this up before.
We have.
None of us remember. Entomologist.
Entomologist. Okay.
But so then what's a zoologist? Studies animals in zoos?
All right. It's pronounced.
Yes.
I feel dumb for saying that.
Well, there's a.
Ooh, can we
Can you
listen to
click
it?
it and listen? Yeah.
I don't know. I've never done
You
that.
hit the
Yeah.
little
Pronounced. There is one that with an R, with a backwards 3, or with a backward. Well, that would be a backwards E, so a 3. There's one with that I guess you could just say turmeric, because there's no R. I don't know.
Oh, the R is silent.
Yes! Woo!
Oh,
it
that's
is.
from, I don't know if that's a
There's
credible source.
multiple
Oh.
pronunciations.
How to pronounce it? Here we go. There's a YouTube video.
Oh, a zoologist is a study of animals and their behavior. What does the word zoo mean?
Oh.
What? Turmeric.
Turmeric.
That's how this goes.
Does anybody in this room take turmeric?
Yes. Kind of. It's in like
Huh.
a lot of the hippie stuff.
Okay.
Let's
Well,
see
I
if
guess
there's
you
another
can
one.
say the R. I don't know. I don't know how to do
Let's
it.
see. I'm going to go to another one.
Yeah.
Oh, see, he said
Here.
turmeric.
For everyone in the world, in
Call it
case you're
whatever the hell
wondering.
you want to.
All right, whatever.
The turmeric.
We're over it.
Yeah, sorry. Moving on.
What are its qualities? What does it do? What's
It's from somewhere far away.
It's supposed to
and
help
it's,
with
Okay.
inflammation.
yeah.
inflammation?
It's
Okay.
supposed to help you live a long time.
See,
It's
Ford's
found
coming
in,
out with a
it's found
car
in
that's
Corey.
supposed to rival the Teslas.
Have you seen an image
I
of
did
it?
hear
cool.
about this.
Mustang Mach-E. It looks just like a Tesla.
There's
I did
no
hear
way
about this.
without product like insane. Oh, I
Interesting.
thought it was a truck.
No,
I
it's
thought
a
there was
car.
an electric truck
well,
coming out.
There
Tesla's
is-
supposed to be coming out with a truck.
Yeah.
There's no way with the amount of time and technology that goes into a Tesla that's going to rival it right off the bat. Oh wow,
That's really.
Tesla like.
I don't like the
No,
Tesla
it's-
truck at all.
Is that the Tesla right there? That one?
If we're being honest, I would change Tesla's body types. Their
Yeah.
sedan looks good, but their SUV doesn't look like an SUV, and that truck doesn't really look like a. They're a little bit past their time. Like it should be like a gradual. Like if you're, in my mind, I don't
I
know.
like
Okay.
how this topic just always comes up on the podcast, like every time.
I know it does.
The electric car thing?
Yeah.
If you could only have pumpkin or peppermint for the rest of your life,
Gross.
flavored in
Neither one.
everything that you eat. No, you have to pick
No,
one. You don't
I,
eat
every
I
day?
choose not to eat or drink anything.
Then you just die. You choose death
I'd
over pumpkin
rather
or
die.
peppermint?
Yep.
Why does that have to be a question?
Yeah.
Why does it have to be
I mean,
either
he'd
or?
rather
When
kill the turtle population than
Kill all the
use up
turtles.
straw.
I hate pumpkin spice.
Oh, my
And I'm not a
gosh.
huge fan of peppermint stuff.
I'd go peppermint because then at least you'd have like solid breath sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Wow, you'd probably. I wonder if you turn orange
Peppermint's
after pumpkin.
okay. I'm just
Gosh,
not
it's
like
so
it was not
overpowering,
something
I
though.
don't know that
love.
there's any health. Well, is there health benefits to peppermint?
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
I'm
people-
sure.
Oh, actually, it's supposed to be good for your stomach.
I
and
hate
digestion.
pumpkin. Hate it.
you don't like
even
pumpkin
like
pie
pumpkin
even?
pie.
Nope.
I do like pumpkin pie.
With a lot of maybe with a lot of whipped cream
Yeah.
or Cool Whip.
So if you're stuck on a desert
Why are you
island
saying
with
it like that?
pumpkins,
Why you putting so
It's
much
so-
emphasis on the H?
So fun to
cool.
say. Cool
Say
Whip.
whip. Say Cool Whip.
I had a squash pie last night.
I like
Oh,
squash.
it's like the same as pumpkin pie.
Okay, I
It was
like
right?
squash.
so good.
Squash doesn't really taste
I
like
hate
anything.
squash.
I'm not like I don't
But
know.
you can
yeah.
mask it. You can get it to taste like anything.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, they ordered it and it came
Yeah.
out.
Is it good?
And it was tasted like the best pumpkin pie you
Really?
ever had. It was so good.
Yeah, squash and zucchini are both just kind of blah. I mean, I'll eat
Oh,
them,
they're
but I'm
always
not
like-
like.
They're
I
so
wouldn't go
hard
out of my
to
way to
prepare
eat them.
too.
You ever
Like,
had
Yeah.
zucchini
Like you
bread?
saute 'em and it's
I like
soggy.
zucchini
That's
bread.
good.
ooh,
Zucchini bread, yeah.
Yeah, that with icing. Has to have icing.
Yeah,
though.
zucchini bread's good.
Zucchini bread because you put crushed pineapple in it. That's one of the
I've
ingredients.
never-
Coconut,
Oh.
crushed
not,
pineapple.
Not always.
What are you, the zucchini bread
Yeah, my
specialist?
mom
you know
makes
that
zucchini bread and it didn't
doesn't have pineapple.
in it. No,
How do you know?
because I don't. There's no
I feel like it'd
sweetness
be
to
good
it.
with pineapple.
You watch her
I mean,
make
I would
it.
say it would be
Yeah,
good.
it
It might
sounds
be
good.
good,
Yeah.
but
Maybe
not
that's
all
the
of them
Florida
have
way to
it. You
make
can't
it.
just
What
say
if it's 1
they all
tablespoon of
have it.
crushed pineapple?
No.
And you just can't taste it.
I've never had pineapple in a zucchini bread, so I don't know.
Oh.
Have you ever
Okay.
had pineapple upside down cake?
Yes.
That's delicious.
That's very good.
I'm bringing the zucchini bread, and you won't taste the pineapple. It's just sweet.
Are you guys making anything for Thanksgiving? I mean, do you have a dish that you're
I usually
responsible
do
for?
sweet potato casserole.
Ooh, I love sweet potato casserole.
Do you put marshmallows on top?
Nope.
Okay.
I like the candied, like
Yeah.
pecans or walnuts on top.
Yeah.
I do like a pineapple salad. That's my responsibility.
Is it green?
Wait, what's in it?
Cream cheese,
Oh,
Uh,
yum.
Pineapple salad is it?
marshmallows.
For some reason, So this cracks me up because at
Pineapple.
Thanksgiving, for some reason, there's always that weird like dish where like these things don't even go together.
But they're delicious.
But it's amazing.
Yes.
It's
That's like the green stuff. That's why
like
I asked if that's
apples
what it
and-
was.
Yeah.
Cool Whip.
But it's like if you were to like
100%,
think about that stuff
Cool Whip.
separately, you'd be like, that's like
Yeah.
You guys have
Gross.
never had the green stuff at a holiday? And it
Green
has like
stuff?
maraschino cherries
Like
and stuff in
frog-eyed
it.
salad.
I don't know. It's
That's-
not a salad. It's like
green
a
Jello?
stuff.
It's kind of that
Yeah, I
texture,
had
but
it.
more whipped.
oh,
It's
don't
similar
know.
to that.
It's the
When it
green
has
stuff.
like well,
Yeah.
I have had it different colors, but it's like
lime
whipped
green.
cream and Jello
I think
in
maybe.
one.
I don't
in like
really
a
know.
mold.
Yeah.
That stuff is
It's
phenomenal.
very similar.
I don't know what it is.
That's
but-
what I make every year. That's my...
Do you
Nice.
know, like once a year I eat stuffing and it's at Thanksgiving? I love stuffing.
What's your
Love
favorite?
stuffing.
Bless you. What's your favorite dish at Thanksgiving?
Stuffing.
I think so too.
If someone would make me stuffing often, I would be pleased.
Is it stuffing or is it dressing?
Wait, what's the
Stuffing.
difference?
There's I don't know.
Do you
Wait,
make
what's
it out
in
of a
the turkey?
box? Or is it...
My mom, you need to try.
Legit.
My mom makes some with sausage,
Ooh, oh, that's the best kind.
and
Yeah.
it's
Perfect.
Sorry, I can't.
amazing.
I would try it if your mom
it's,
made it.
It's delicious.
I like the
cook.
heartier stuffing.
What's your favorite dish, Jim?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like ham.
Oh yeah. Ham
We have
is
ham.
good.
I don't really like
does
the
ham.
turkey.
Man, Dad makes a really good turkey. He does that greaseless deep fryer.
Oh, I
Oh.
know.
Tried one of those
Infrared
before.
cooker. It's
Yeah.
delicious.
Oh, that's cool. And it's
What
not
do you
dry?
like? Tofurkey?
Tofurkey.
I actually do.
Gross.
What?
Is that what you have on
Is that a
Thanksgiving?
thing?
Is tofurkey?
Tofurkey?
Yeah, tofurkey.
Get with the times,
I
Jim.
would-
Yes, it is.
I would,
Turkey.
I would like to know what the
set
pescatarians
ways.
like for Thanksgiving.
Get with the times.
Miller,
But-
you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
I ain't eating that
It's
crap.
it's pretty good.
No, it's not.
But I do really like stuffing, but it's never been as good as when I was a kid because like the stuffing from inside the turkey, I obviously don't eat that, so it's like it's made like on the side, so it's kind of like more dry and like
That's what you
crusty.
get.
So
for being a
animal
hippie.
juices you don't eat either?
No.
No.
Well,
Yeah.
like
Animal
well,
juices.
like-
What does that mean? What do you mean?
Sounds delicious, but
bone broth because bone broth's really good for you. There's a lot of like
she's a pescatarian. No, that you would have to kill the animal.
no, but
Therefore,
not if it's like but there's humanely like
what do they get? So
Where are you going to
it
get an
doesn't
animal
matter.
bone? Roadkill?
what if it had
Can
to
you
have
have bone broth of salmon?
You wait till the
what if the cow
the cow
was funny.
dies of natural
what-
causes.
what if he had an
then they harvest
amputation?
the bones. Would you eat it then?
what if he broke his leg walking down the pasture and it had to be amputated?
They kill it.
No.
You
Yeah,
ever
they
seen a
would kill the
three-legged
animal.
cow? Horses they kill when they break a leg because they
No,
don't
that's
heal.
a race horse. That's
All
not
horses.
Like a, no,
Yeah.
they don't. There are definitely tripod horses out there for sure.
I've never
No.
seen one.
No.
Ever?
No.
Oh, you were actually worked in it. Okay.
Oh no,
you
I
can
didn't.
solve
I
this.
didn't work with horses. At
Yeah,
all, but
you,
I've never
you
seen
put
one.
them out. You put them down.
Because they have 3 legs. They can still walk. Mufasa gets around just fine.
He's a
Oh,
dog.
geez.
Dogs do great
Yeah.
on 3 legs.
Yeah.
I gotta throw that out there.
Yeah.
They're awesome. They heal super fast and they just like keep
Horses-
running.
There could be a whole new market for wheelie chairs for horses that you put under the leg that's missing. I'm just
Okay, I
saying.
got
There
one
actually
for you.
is a really cool thing where this guy makes prosthetics for like animals that
Yeah.
have 3 legs, and that's pretty cool.
That-
Have you ever
see?
heard of an animal with Down syndrome? I'm not making a joke.
No.
Like, Kristin came home and said, hey, one of the ladies she's works with has a cat that has Down syndrome. And I was like, that's not a thing.
No way.
We Googled it.
Sure enough.
It's a thing.
Well,
Really?
because it's something
and
with
they-
the chromosomes,
chromosome, yeah.
right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, it could.
Like, well, there's a tiger that has Down syndrome, and this little cat she has, and it's really interesting because there's a lot of the same characteristics facially
Yeah.
that a person has. And I had never heard of that.
I'd never heard of that before either. Interesting.
Well, I feel like sometimes in nature that
But that
stuff
cat's
doesn't
super
happen,
happy.
but yeah.
They're always
It's probably
super
the
So
happy.
it's
happiest
like
cat.
it's the friendliest cat, and it was being somebody was watching it,
Yeah.
and the cat really wants to be loved all the time,
Aw.
and then the
Are you
person
gonna rescue it?
it's happy, it has a good home, but the
Oh.
person who was watching it
Oh, that's cool.
had to kind of spray it with a water bottle to keep it away from him because it's so friendly and so
Aw,
happy, and I was
that's
like,
awesome.
what?
I bet that's probably a rad cat.
Don't be mean to the cat with Down syndrome. I probably shouldn't have put that out there. Sorry.
No,
be
I
careful
think
who you
that's
tell stories
interesting.
to, people.
So,
You can laugh.
will you meal prep during the holidays? To those people that like do hardcore meal prepping, do they actually do it during the
I don't
holidays?
think I've ever
Yeah.
once meal prepped.
I mean, not meal prep,
yes,
but just
you
eat
did
the same
last
thing.
year, kinda.
I've never meal prepped.
Oh, I guess like, RP to me is
Yeah,
meal
but I don't
prepping.
meal prep.
Well, how do you find food that
So what
sustains
define
your
meal
needs?
prep?
just-
Like
I just-
getting your meals ready for the week and then
Never
You
once.
don't
done
do
that.
color-coded Tupperware is what you're saying.
Absolutely zero. Not.
I could never see you carrying around a color-coded Tupperware.
No.
But you're.
Were you ever that
Still eat
guy
the
who
same,
had
though.
the
Yeah.
big jug of water?
No.
You know, at the gym.
I could see you with the jug
gallon?
of. Oh, come on! You totally went to the gym, did strict pull-up, bicep curls with your jug of water.
Got your protein powder.
Never once.
BCAAs.
Never once. It wasn't me.
What was your go-to workout when you were like? I don't want to say meathead because I don't know if you
Yeah,
were ever.
I would do upper body. I would do like
Back and bis, chest and tris.
chest and back chest and tris one
yeah.
day, back and bis the next day.
Yeah.
Run on Wednesday. Start it all over again on Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Did you have any of those pants? You know, those weightlifter
I never wore
pants?
pants. I do always
You know the
wore
one I'm
shorts.
talking about? The ones that kind of have the...
Yeah, no, I never
Like
had
the
a
zebra
fanny
print?
pack. I never did.
Yeah,
any
but
of
they
that
kind of poofy on
yeah,
the
that's what I'm
side.
thinking.
I did cut-offs, with ripped down to the side.
With work boots on.
No, never did work boots. Unless it was at the fire station and just had my boots. That I
Right.
forgot tennis shoes or something.
What was
Sometimes
your go-to, Elly?
I never did any of those. Like I was
Right.
never the stereotypical. I just like
Right.
to work out. Like I was never the meathead.
Sometimes Kristin will send me pictures because she goes over to Planet Fitness.
Mm-hmm.
And there'll be some guy in there who's
Of
like...
people doing crazy stuff.
Who's not very big, but he's swole up. He got the air lats and he's walking around and he's got the pants on and the whole thing and he's got the
Yeah.
gloves on and you're like,
Oh,
come
yeah.
on, dude.
Come on, man.
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What was your go-to, Elly?
I mean, I went from basically triathlons to CrossFit, so I literally just did cardio for 7 hours a day.
Yoga.
Oh no, that's true. I did cardio. That's before CrossFit. I did, swim, bike, run, and an hour of weightlifting a day, probably.
Nice.
And
Like
then
a
I got into
barbell
yoga.
or like dumbbells or whatever.
I still. I went through.
ankle weights
I
or-
went through phases with trainers, and I just remember the one guy. He would always. This was in high school. I went to the gym at 6 a.m. and I would meet I can't even remember his name. He was like a taller Spanish dude, and he just always for 1 hour would tell me, "You must put the orange under your neck and not squeeze it." So everything I did.
Was he Russian?
Yeah. Or pirate?
Yeah.
He had an accent. I don't know.
Yeah, but that was not Spanish whatsoever.
Okay, what
That
is
was
Spanish?
straight Russian.
So say,
Like, what are you trying to... No.
Or maybe Ukrainian.
Yeah.
so say it in Spanish accent.
No, but that was not a Spanish
I'm
accent.
not good at accents. I'm not
Anyway,
gonna try.
you just don't squeeze the juice down your chest.
When you're doing anything or what?
When you're doing tricep pull downs, when you're doing this, you just
So
always.
why don't you just say have a neutral head?
I don't know. He wanted me to
Neutral
squeeze the
spine.
orange.
That's
I
so
have
weird.
20 chins.
Yep. What
So
about you,
weird.
Cam?
I would get on the elliptical, just go as fast as I could. No, I'm not kidding. As fast as I could with no resistance on the thing. Just
I can see it.
and then I did a lot of spin classes. I get there
Ooh,
and
yeah, I did
weightlift
spin
and
classes.
work out in the main part of the gym, pull-ups, all that stuff, normal stuff. And then go to spin class for an hour and then go to yoga after that. But yeah, sometimes I just get on the elliptical
Yep.
and then run on the nature path too. But
yeah.
the same one every time. It's you get to a certain point, you're trying to run faster and faster every time, and then you're just
Yeah.
I can't run any faster. And I've seen the same tree 100 times.
Yeah.
Leg extensions. That was my thing.
You like leg
Nice.
extensions? I
And
never did much leg stuff, to be honest. I would do
Really?
some, but not a ton.
My upper body was so weak.
Yeah.
Initially, I was 14 or 15. And so I could do the leg stuff. And I
Right.
remember when you could do the whole stack. And you're in there and you're
nice.
you make whole stack. You're just over there.
It's probably why your knees suck.
Yeah.
Seriously.
For sure. There's so much shear on the knees.
What was that? Nautilus machines.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it was
Oh, yeah.
called. Oh, yeah.
You did something on rollerblades where you did a lot of push-ups, right? What was your job where you
Holy smokes. I worked-
rollerbladed a lot and you
When I was
did
in
push-ups
college, I
in
worked
between?
for the police department
You should
and was the
rollerblade.
parking Nazi.
Oh, yeah, you did it on
All the-
rollerblades.
So
No
every
one's getting away from you when you're on rollerblades.
so you skated the whole thing, which was fun,
Oh my gosh.
and then push-ups and sit-ups,
Yeah.
push-ups every ticket.
Yeah, I
Hundreds.
remember it in high school and stuff. I'd be at the house, and Dad had those old Sears concrete weights.
Yeah.
I'd do a ton of curls, ton of push-ups while everybody's watching TV,
Yeah.
doing I had an ab roller type deal, doing sit-ups.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Did
stuff.
any of your
Roller.
friends have the what's the Nordic thing called?
I never had any of
The
the cool
Nordic
stuff.
track. My
Nordic
friends-
track. My parents had that when I was young.
That thing's intense. If you get in there and you don't have your feet set, you are things can go south.
Hey,
You get in a split,
Zeb
no
sent
time.
you one of those shake weights.
Yeah, he did.
Oh my gosh.
Can you imagine though if you can think of some? You know what? This is a business idea for you.
Here we go. Don't tell everybody.
Let's just
Yeah.
let's think of some
Obscure.
kind of fitness type deal and put your name on it.
Do it.
Make a fortune. What would it be? Rich Froning's.
I feel like I've thought about this.
I don't know.
I mean,
It's
we
very
already kind of talked about
parallels.
this with fashion choices, just whatever just have you wear
Just
something.
random,
Yeah,
something
like,
random.
Yeah, exactly. Like women's crop top.
Not gonna happen, Cam.
So maybe if we just invented some kind of barbell that had a special, I don't know.
I feel like it should be something that simulates driving a tractor.
I don't
It's
know.
like, that's what he does in his
It's
free
got to
time.
have some little thing that's not really a thing connected to it, that it makes it his, and then everybody buys it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
a
know. You know what
brainstorming
I'm talking
session for
about?
another.
A little droplet of
trying to-
sweat, like in the middle of the barbell, like inside of it.
What's that? What's the one that ladies would put between their legs and work on their abduction?
Yes, no machine.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a little,
Yeah,
it had
I know
a
what you're
ball
talking
and then it had a.
Oh, the Thigh Master.
The Thigh Master.
Thigh Master. It was, who was it? Suzanne Summers?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. There it is.
Yep.
Maybe we do that for biceps or something.
Just put something
the
that
arm
Dad
master.
used to have one of those pec. It had like this spring in the middle that you'd have like to squeeze the bar
yeah.
thing. It was super hard. Like you had to to get it even started. You used that a lot.
Remember the president's test? Did you ever do that?
Yeah.
Where you
It
get
was like minutes
pull-ups,
of whatever. Yeah.
sit-ups, run, and
Yep.
then they also had the grip strength one.
Yep.
That was my favorite one.
They
You're
had
just
like
like,
a toe
let me
touch
have
one
it.
too.
What's
Did
the,
they?
is
I
it
remember that.
Yeah. They
Kings
had,
of Crush? Have you ever done any of those?
Mm-mm.
So they have these things, and they have them at Rogue. They're like numbered. They're those, the squeeze thing you used to have. I'm sure you had that.
Yeah.
My dad had
Yeah,
those
for sure.
everywhere. Like they're like red or blue,
Yeah.
different
We had green one.
resistance. Yeah.
Spring on it.
Well, so they make those, but different resistance, and they have numbers on the bottom. And like if you can squeeze a number 3, there's only like a certain number of people that have ever squeezed the number 3.
Right.
It's pretty intense, but they have to be able to touch, and they'll come out and film it and like all this stuff. One of
Really?
my buddies, Tyler Peak's dad,
Really?
he got to like the 2.5. He like
no way.
machined all these like grip test things and working on his grip and
But what is that in your arm that's what do you actually have to be good at or genetically different at to have a grip strength
size of your hands probably would help.
Ninth
Yeah,
grade
that would serve
president's
this area.
test. Go in there excited. I love that
Crushed
stuff.
it.
I want to, and we're doing the grip strength thing. And I'm like, I'm killing it. And I look over at the lady who's testing us, and she goes, and I want to hear,
Good job.
good job, you're strong, you're going to be a good football player, that kind of thing. And she goes, oh, you must be a tennis player. And that really offended me. I remember I'm not a tennis player.
Peace,
Nothing
lady.
there's wrong with
Yeah.
tennis,
Yeah.
but you have good grip strength because you're holding a racket. I'm like, I've been in the gym crushing it. What are you
See
talking
these
about?
forearms, lady?
What are we
See
doing?
these?
Tennis player?
See these pythons? I think I got these from swinging a racket.
Jeez.
If that's the
Let me
worst
show you my
thing
left
to
hand.
do.
I know. But that's totally not what I was thinking in my head, though,
Yeah,
because
I'm
I'd been
just so
working out
offended.
hard and
Yeah.
So you like
tennis player. How do you assume I'm a tennis player? Not that there's anything wrong with that. Yeah. I was hoping you weren't going to go there.
Is what it is.
Well, I'm not going to say anything else.
Nope.
Let's just move right on past it.
Well, back to the holidays. This is not a real question, but kind of, because everyone has a family. Kind of, maybe they don't.
Yeah, maybe not.
Oh, what do you do to handle tough family during the holidays? What's your I feel like everyone has that.
Drink more.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah.
That's fair.
Just kidding.
You're the life coach. You should have actionable steps for this. This is a real thing that a lot of people deal with.
I was going to say what Kristin said.
What? Drink
More.
less. Medicate. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stay home by yourself.
You saying try to deal with family?
Yeah. What's your go-to? You go to the other.
I mean,
you go.
you're only with
hang out
them
with
for
family.
so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
It's-
can't be that mad about it.
No.
Right, for real.
Isn't that the
Like, if it's
basis
that
of
bad, don't
every
go.
holiday movie? Is crazy family?
Yeah.
But enjoy it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking
happy.
for
Maybe get away for an hour or go do something that you enjoy. But other than that, spend time with family.
Go out on the porch, breathe deeply.
Go on a
You'll be
run.
all right.
Go on a run. Go work out, something like
Could
that.
be worse. You could have nobody.
Yeah, you
That's
could be
true.
sitting at home by yourself.
Yeah, lonely.
That is
The
so
real
true.
question is, do you have your Christmas tree up yet?
Ours has been up since.
Oh, that's right. Tell
before
that
Halloween.
story. Tasia put it up
Yeah. So, we kind of don't have a lot of furniture, so.
You have to take up some room.
Yeah, we need to take up some space, and Tasia and Abe were like, let's set up the Christmas tree, and I was like, bah humbug. Well, because it was before Halloween, before my birthday even. And then I was just like, whatever, just do, you guys, it'll make you so happy, and just Tasia was, super pumped, so it was worth it.
Having the Christmas trees up having the Christmas tree up is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
When you have to put up 15
pretty.
Christmas trees,
That's
it's not so awesome.
my next question. Is that 15 this year?
I have no idea. I quit counting. It's not worth it to battle the.
So it's multiple.
It's multiple.
It is beautiful. Your wife does a phenomenal
she
job.
does a great job. But we have one big one in the living room, and there's usually a small one kind of somewhere in the like living or the like kitchen whatever area, and then there's usually two 2-foot skinny trees inside by the doors. Each kid's bedroom, even though Trice is the only one that sleeps in his bedroom, has a Christmas tree. What else?
It's magical.
They're everywhere. Yeah.
I wish there was something you could have up year round that maybe wasn't a Christmas tree that gave off the same light, because it's so nice. Like, like inside homes when you have that nice like lighting up. I
Is
really
yours
like
up, Elly?
that.
You know, in
Not
my
yet.
room,
I need to do it, but I just haven't.
the night sights on my Glock
Uh-huh.
light up the room. But I'm not
course they
kidding.
There you go.
Those are like an extra $70 or something, because when we won the Glocks at the games that one year,
Night sights.
we wanted night sights.
Every time I wake up, it's dark, and I look over, and
Still there, comforting you.
it's 3 dots right there.
As long as it's looking away.
It's always
Yes.
away.
Yeah.
It's down the hallway.
Well, at least you know it's there.
Jim, is your Christmas tree up yet?
Yeah,
Man, everybody's gonna be pissed at this episode.
what?
We've hit on
Talk
a lot
trash
of...
about turtles.
Oh yeah,
Littering, and now you're talking about guns.
guns.
We're gonna be removed.
And
FCC. Does FCC even do anything about podcasts?
I don't think so.
I don't. Okay.
Only one way to find out.
We have protesters outside.
Kristin wanted a different Christmas tree this year.
Real or fake?
So when the kids left, we started getting fake ones, which was cool.
I've never once in all of my life had a real tree.
Really?
No, I don't really care
I'm
about
surprised you didn't go into the woods with an axe. Like, I
No.
see you dragging an axe through the woods to cut down your Christmas tree.
it. I would just do that because I hate trees.
And here we go.
I think I've got it all today. Just kidding. Plant
These are
trees
jokes,
up. It's
people.
Jokes. I'm here all day.
Oh, my gosh.
So we went down.
I just cut trees down just to leave them. Kidding. Once again.
We went down to
Send
her.
complaints to Elly at CrossFitMayhem.com.
I want to hear your story. I'm also
What was I
conflicted about
saying?
trees.
Oh,
Sorry, Christmas trees.
we got a Christmas tree from her mother's house that she wanted, but the lights were broken, and so I can't remember what day it was over the weekend. It's a really pretty little tree, and it's the right size, and it's everything she wanted in the right space in the house. But we had to cut all the lights out of the tree.
Oh
'Cause the
my
lights don't work.
gosh, That
That's
sounds like a
commitment.
nightmare.
That happened to ours last year. We just rewrapped.
Well, that's kind of what I wanted to do was rewrap it, but she was like, "No, let's just." So we went outside in the driveway and took, wire cutters and snipped
So
all
a
those
pre-lit
lights
tree
out.
just has literally like
Yep.
plain Christmas lights wound in it that are like tied to it.
No. They're like
No,
part,
it's-
they come
yeah,
out
they're-
of like they're all
the
in,
branches.
like, basically think of a branch that has
Yeah.
but it's a light.
Yeah.
It's
So how you just
Some
cut
of them
off
are.
the lights?
there's little hooks that keep the cords in each one of the little branches, and we just snipped them
Holy
out,
cow.
all the little things till the tree was completely clean, and it's really pretty. And we went and bought other lights, but it was
That sounds tedious,
That
to
does
say the
sound
least.
tedious.
True. It was tedious.
I'm conflicted.
But we listened to music. It was
so she's
yeah.
and she enjoyed it.
Well, she
had to keep her original tree.
She does. She's kind of like Hillary. Like she does a good job with all that. So she found the
Hillary
tree she
loves it,
wanted.
yeah.
She got it decorated the way she wanted. It's really pretty. I'm very thankful. I didn't have
Yeah.
to do it. So
That's awesome.
I'm not really into decorating.
But you just get to enjoy it.
I do.
Really?
I love being in the middle of it all.
Yeah.
The music playing and the house
Yeah.
done that way, and it's really
Yeah.
pretty and it's cool.
but it's
It's a lot of work.
a lot of work.
A lot of work.
The hardest part is getting the stuff in and out of the attic.
Mhm.
We have
Oh
this
my
like
God. Your
tiny
attic's
hole
high.
for the attic, and it's at 10, 12 feet, I think. And it's all it is this ladder. So by the time I'm done, I'm like full sweat, and half the time the boxes don't fit through, so I'm just having to either jam
Oh
them
my
up
gosh.
back through or back down.
Gosh,
There's multiple
trying to
times I almost
balance.
killed myself. Like I'll have it sitting on my head, just walking down the ladder, or it's just like scooting down the ladder.
But your ladder's steep. Like Hillary asked me before to get something or put something up there. She's like, "You're strong. You can do this." And I was like, okay. So I'm getting up the ladder, but you underestimate when you're taking a Tupperware you're fighting gravity. You're on an incline like this. And at some point, you have to hoist the Tupperware over your head and through the hole.
Yeah, I need to have
without dying.
I need to have Rogue send me a crash padding because it's gonna happen. I'm gonna fall out of that.
I was like, if I fall, I'm gonna die, and then I would just be dead.
Put the lights away and save them for next year, or do you just go get new ones?
A lot of people just wrap it with
new
like
ones.
saran
Just buy
wrap,
new
right?
ones every year.
I don't know what my wife does. To be honest. I tried to. She has like 1 year she does a gold tree, 1 year she does a red tree.
A lot of
blah,
people
blah,
just
blah.
saran
So
wrap them.
I just get everything out and just do what I'm told.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
They just
Just
wrap
saran
it
up
up, so
the tree?
literally you just take
We've
it.
done that as well, and it's really hard. I feel like the Grinch, when he's like trying to shove the Christmas tree up. That's what I feel like.
What I refuse to do, 100%, I refuse to go through each one of those little lights and try to find the
Which
burnout
one's
one
out?
and do it.
No.
I'm not
Oh,
doing
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So that's
That.
I'm taking that off. I'm throwing them out. And
Yeah.
I'm going and buying new ones and putting them
Yeah.
on.
But then if they're white, it's like it doesn't always match, and it's just like a pain in the butt. Too.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
that.
because there's the soft white versus
Yeah,
the bright
yeah.
white.
Now we have
versus
LED.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Energy saving.
I love it though. I like the whole Christmas thing. I really do
Yeah.
like Thanksgiving. It's a ton of fun. And
Yeah.
I think
family's
Thanksgiving's one of my favorites actually.
Yeah,
same.
Thanksgiving is awesome.
But I feel like it goes so like it's like, oh, all right, it's time for Christmas. And
Yeah.
I do like Christmas season, but it's just
it's a little hard for me, like honestly, when the stores are already, right after
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, have all that stuff because it kind of kills it a little bit. But
Yeah, like right after Halloween now. I feel
Right.
like too.
it's kind of depressing. As soon as Christmas is over, you're like, oh,
Now what?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheese up wheat.
yeah,
It's just cold.
It's cold and
It's just
misery.
cold.
Right.
Up till
Like,
Valentine's Day? Whoopee!
So, I need help with this.
of course you do.
I know.
Always.
I've always had a real Christmas tree. Like growing up, my dad, we always picked out a real Christmas tree. I love the smell of a real Christmas tree. Super committed to the real Christmas tree.
So get a air freshener that smells like a
They have
Christmas
little.
It's not the
yeah,
same thing.
Or a
candles,
candle.
I think they're
Is.
called.
They got
that's
candles.
not like that's like it's like whenever you drink something watermelon flavored, it's like a watermelon fart. It's not like
I love watermelon flavored stuff, and I don't really like watermelon.
interesting. That's good.
Candle,
I
TJ
hate
Maxx.
banana stuff.
Oh,
Oh, it's so good.
Yuck! You're so gross.
Runs and laugh.
Okay.
Let's keep talking about it. Let's bring that up every podcast.
Disgusting.
Banana flavor.
Keep going, Ellie.
Throw away all
So
the
you need
banana
help.
stuff too.
So because I also think it's not,
humbug.
I feel bad destroying a whole tree.
Yeah.
And I know that they make some that have little things
Everybody
in the
that
bottom.
has fake. See, I'm
No,
saving the
but-
planet
but if you
by
get the one with
using
the
fake
little-
trees.
Oh my gosh, you don't even
Doing your part.
Doing my part, you
Yeah.
know.
You just
Kill
self-proclaimed
the turtle,
Grinch.
save the trees. You know. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Take it all out.
All comes
Oh
out in
my
the
gosh.
wash.
Not all
Elly, keep
heroes wear
going, though.
capes.
Do you see in black and white? I feel like you must not even see in color.
You ever seen The Giver?
Yes, I
That's
love
me.
The Giver. That's what I'm. Well, no, that's not what I was paralleling it to, but I figure maybe your world's
I
just
read the
black
book
and white.
actually.
It's
The
a good-
movie
it's
is
a great
okay.
book.
The movie wasn't terrible either.
Yeah, I saw that too. And
Elly,
some
didn't
things,
your
but-
Christmas tree last year, was it a real one, but it was in a pot or something?
What?
No, it was
Was
in
that 2
like a
years ago?
normal. Yeah, it was in
No?
a normal. I wanted to get the one that has the bulb so that when you're done with it, you can plant it and then it grows. The issue is
Where
you
are
can.
you gonna plant it?
I don't know, the backyard. Why? But
You gonna plant it or Kyle gonna plant it?
I don't. Kyle.
What's going to happen is it's going to sit in your house too long. It'll die. And so you won't be able to plant it. So you're just going to throw it out. So why do that?
Wasn't that part of it when you're doing research though? That like they're
only give
very
you
like
little ones.
particular because you take it from like a cold environment to being inside your house. It's warm
And
and then it
back out.
dies off. Yeah,
That would be
exactly.
the worst sad omen ever. You plant your Christmas tree and it just dies. Anyway, so there's the
Be a
issue.
metaphor for your life.
No.
Just kidding.
So I don't want to kill this beautiful, striking, fabulous
Kill it.
tree. But I guess we do burn it, and the burning is like, I don't know, good for like
Why don't you just go to one of those Christmas tree lots where it's already been killed and buy one?
Well, I do
don't have to
that.
actually kill it.
Norms, the Amish dude down the street.
Norms.
Yeah, Norms. He has great whatever furs.
So you're gonna get a real
There's-
tree or a fake tree?
I don't know. We didn't. No one solved my issue.
What did you do last year?
Listen,
A real tree?
I'm pretty sure trees aren't going as, like
In Tennessee, where we're probably all right.
extinct. We're probably okay.
Yeah. but
Easy
there
there,
were-
Jim.
But also,
Am I wrong?
I don't know.
have you ever thought about how long it takes for that tree to get 6-8 feet tall?
Probably
Years.
about 3 or 4 years.
Like 8.
But don't they have like
Actually, I don't know that.
I don't know.
farms that grow these things and cycle them and
Yes.
it's good.
And it's creating jobs and money.
Yeah.
And
Plus,
What
a
do you
real
think?
tree gets recycled. They get picked up and they get turned into wood chips.
We
and
burn them.
Well, whatever.
We used to have a Christmas tree burning party.
Oh,
in
so
Florida
you just
afterwards.
put all that into the atmosphere
No,
and burn the ozone, huh?
I-
What's your problem?
I think that.
What about that bird that had a home in that tree? No, I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
kidding.
That squirrel.
Now we got
now it's
homeless
gone.
birds.
Yep.
All the insects that were living in that tree.
You know what? I'm just gonna have an igloo in the living room for Christmas then.
All the pine
it's
beetles.
fine.
I hate that you make that so hard, Elly. Just
Yeah, but you're going to have to,
It's
all that
hard.
energy that you're going to waste to have an igloo in your living room,
That's a good argument.
creating all that carbon. What the heck?
deck
I
the
wonder how
halls.
you really build an igloo. I would totally be down for that.
Oh, yeah.
Have you built an igloo?
Yeah, as a kid all the time.
For
Excuse
sure.
me?
She's from
What
Chicago
does that even
area.
mean? What do you mean? Like you get like
Not from
ice
Chicago,
You can
Chicago
either,
area.
and Chicago, and
Yeah,
you
you
glue
can
it
either
together.
like when the plows like push all the snow into one spot, you can either like dig into it. That's usually what you do. Actually, you don't really
Inuit?
like build it.
Big Inuit.
Inuit, yeah, dig Inuit.
Get it?
I got it. That's good.
Very punny.
That's good.
Dad joke.
That's because you're from Florida, so that's not
Yeah,
a
I
thing
didn't
for
even
you.
think about that.
Oh my God, we
It's
used to
really
just
cool.
tunnel and
I mean, we like
snowball
went like
fights.
we made like snow forts,
Sigloos?
but not in Florida. What's a sigloo?
Sand igloo?
No, you just dig holes in the ground and bury yourself. It's more precarious than you think, actually.
What are you talking about?
Burying yourself in the sand. A
Oh.
sigloo.
Could die like that.
Yeah.
Could probably die in an igloo too if you're going into holes of
Could
ice.
collapse. Yeah.
Nah.
I don't know. That sounds. You better have a good jacket for that.
So you don't have a tree up. I guess to finalize this
Oh,
topic,
yeah.
you don't have a tree up yet.
No.
You have trees. We have a tree.
I don't have
It's
anything
half
up yet.
lit. Oh, you
We're-
don't yet?
no.
Okay. Yours is
It's
up.
coming this week.
Ours has been up.
Yeah, you're good.
There's like a cloud looming. It's coming this week.
It's a Christmas cloud
I'm gonna
coming.
climb in and out of that attic.
Ooh, you should do like a time lapse of that. So if you fall, we have it on film,
Actually, that would be good.
on tape.
On tape.
On tape, yeah.
On tape.
On tape, on the video recorder.
Yeah.
I saw a video this week that made me think of Jim saying on tape. There's a guy who's like he's some kind of like real tree or like hunter guy, and his dogs. I showed you the video
Yeah.
in the backyard, and a
That was
little
cool.
deer comes up to him
That's
and looks
hilarious.
at the dog, and then starts chasing him around the porch onto the guy's porch. In the middle, he goes. He swears though. It's funny. Like he's swearing at his wife. He's like, "Get your out here! There's
your
a
what?
what?
Get your what out here?
I don't know.
That was crazy, though. It's like a young deer was
How
playing
How does
with the
tape
dog.
come into this whole thing?
Oh, because he goes, I got it on videotape. He's like with his
nice.
cell phone.
Was it you, Jim?
It's
You
good.
got
I
me.
gotta show
You got me.
I got her on videotape. That was great. Hey,
funny.
so if you could redo yesterday, what would you do different?
Redo
If
yesterday.
you could
No.
redo yesterday, what would you do differently?
I had a great day
Okay.
yesterday. Why would I want to redo
And
it?
that's it. We're done.
Isn't that like thought provoking? Like
No.
you're
No.
done with the day and you're like,
it's already
huh.
gone. What's the point in thinking
I
about
mean,
what
Yeah.
I'm not talking about regrets here.
Boo.
Stop. Look, I want to show you the deer video. It's really
What would you
funny.
do differently, Elly?
I was hoping you guys would answer the question, that I wouldn't have to answer the question.
I would win $100 million.
Ooh.
I only have one regret from yesterday,
regret.
and it's totally my fault. I'm not as fit as I want to be.
Oh.
There you go.
I did a workout yesterday, and I was like, dang it, that was too hard. It shouldn't be that hard.
Oh, yeah, I had one of those too.
Yeah. Outside of that, it was a
We
great.
all had that.
Happens every day.
Wait a minute.
Outside of that, it was a great day.
Okay. That's fair. I'm still looking for this deer somewhere because it's really funny.
What did you? You were telling me about a movie the other day, and you were giving me a hard time about something I said, or I was trying to tell you about a movie, a
Talk
show.
about
I
Once
called it
Upon
a
a Time in
show or
Hollywood.
something, and you.
Yeah, I remember what you're talking about.
Stories.
I don't know.
You said-
It was like the videotape kind of thing. You were like, you were giving me a hard time about me calling a movie
You're
or
gonna
something.
lose your mind.
Like
I was
Inglourious
old.
Bastards or something?
Oh yeah,
That
that's what
movie?
it was about.
Yeah, Glorious Bastards and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
This is pretty funny though.
It is really funny.
So for everybody watching right now,
Yeah, this is perfect for
This
everybody
guy's-
watching.
this
Yeah.
guy's dog
Is
I
being
dream of
chased.
drop tines.
comes face to face with a young deer. I don't
On
know. That deer's
Instagram.
like,
The deer's chasing this dog.
and the
around.
deer starts chasing the dog. They're trying to play, and it's all over their front porch and running in circles. And the
I've
dude's
never
like,
seen a deer that wasn't timid though, and that thing is like it's literally
It's a baby, so therefore it's probably not had any life experiences to know that it should be afraid of said dog.
yeah.
and the guy's freaking out. He's hollering for his wife to come out and several F-bombs.
It's not not safe, not work safe,
Yeah.
work environment safe, I guess. But it's pretty
PG.
funny. You can mute it. Yeah, it's a little fawn running
Yeah,
after a dog.
It's crazy. Wild.
It's
anyway.
like Gipper running after a bison yesterday.
Oh my
Idiot.
gosh.
What?
That was
Idiot.
He was like sitting Indian style out in the middle of the
Barking
field.
at them.
They're like on the hill.
And he's running them around.
And
I
then
wanted
takes
to
off.
strangle that dog.
They were running from him,
Yeah.
luckily.
Who ran first,
just wants to
him
play
or
with
the
them or what?
buffalo?
I don't know
He
if he wants to
started running at
play
them.
or what his deal
Oh,
is,
I
but
see.
I was not real happy.
He just wants to be a buffalo. Let him live.
That's not
actually,
the
that-
problem.
Those-
It's
I
not
don't
the
think those
fact
two
if
things
I will let him
coexist,
live.
Right?
It's
Right.
if they'll let him live.
Did you
so.
see the question mark tail?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Woo!
So they're becoming more tame.
Yeah, they
you guys
come-
are feeding them.
We feed them bread. They're not grass fed because we feed them bread. But yeah, we just wanted to get them kind of chill and
Right.
used to us. I mean, they're not gonna walk up to you
Right.
unless they think you have food. Actually, Hillary just sent me this picture. I'll post it on Instagram later. Or if you look at Froning Farms Instagram, look at this thing's tongue wrapped around Lakeland's hand.
Oh my
Whoa.
gosh.
Oh my gosh.
So awesome.
Do the kids do good with them? I mean, are they
Yeah,
afraid of them?
I mean, they love them. Lakeland, I gave her she's in charge of the fence.
Okay.
So she makes sure nobody goes inside the fence. I just gave her. I
Oh,
was like,
that's good.
but that makes her not go inside the fence.
Sure.
To give her a job of like, hey,
Right.
you don't go inside that fence. So
That's good. That's good
Yeah.
thinking, Dad.
Trice, Kristin called him the one day we were all working out. I'm like, it's quiet. Where'd he go? He's on top of the gate, like
Just looking at him.
Oh,
looking at the
gosh.
bison. I'm like, dude.
And then he got mad at me for like
Relocating him?
intervening. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's like, but I was making friends.
we're getting there.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. That's an hour.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. You've wasted an hour of your life, and you're
You'll never,
welcome.
ever
And you're
get it
welcome
back.
for it. Like we said, complaints go to Elly at CrossFitMayhem.com.
Or
Check out
interesting stories.
CrossFitMayhem.com, Mayhem Mindset.
Mayhem Mindset. Yeah.
Open enrollment.
Yeah. Course is open.
Cool.
It's all good. We're looking at, you know what, we're doing something special for firefighters.
Cool.
EMS. Get
That's right,
$100
that's right.
off the course. So
Cool.
if you know
Check it
those
out.
folks.
Black Friday stuff coming up for
Whee!
CrossFit Mayhem. Doing some deals on Froning Farms as well. RP Strength Trifecta.
Boom.
Check it.
Got it.
Peace.
Hold on, everyone. Keep your things on. Jim, will you take a picture really fast?
No.
Let me get it on tape real
Smile,
quick.
Get it
everyone.
on
Yeah.
tape.
Are we where we
Rich
need to
isn't
be?
even in.
You asked
do it
me.
sideways.
You asked me to do this.
Yeah, and hit the button.
You got to be in it, Jim. You're not.
You're not in it.
I can't go any.
Jim, I know what
Okay,
you have
you
in
just-
that bag, you know.
Okay, whatever. It's fine.
You could have used the stick.
Oh, that's right.
Thank you.
I can't. Oh, very good.